Now, before we dive into looking at some of the key patterns that LINQ can help you with, I want to share a pro tip with you, and that is it's a great idea to familiarise yourself with all the extension methods that are part of LINQ. Because the better grasp you have of the options available to you, then the more situations you'll realise that LINQ can help you with. But how can you know what's available? Well, one approach is just to use IntelliSense. Let me show you in LINQPad, although this is equally true in Visual Studio. If I have a list of strings like this, and I press dot, I see not only all the methods available on a list of strings, but also all the LINQ extension methods, which are distinguished here by a different icon, indicating that they're extension methods. Of course, not all the ones you can see here are part of LINQ. For example, we already saw that the dump method is a LINQPad helper. But aggregate, all, and any, and so on are LINQ extension methods, and so it's worth taking the time to find out a little bit about what each one does. And perhaps the easiest way to do this is to head over to the MSDN documentation and browse through the definitions of the extension methods. I found this webpage here to be one of the most helpful, as it shows you all the innumerable extension methods in the system.linq namespace, but doesn't clutter things up with all the LINQ to XML methods, which are only useful for when you're working with XML. And as you scroll down this page, you'll see it's a huge list, mainly because there are lots of overloads to these methods. And hopefully many of the ones you see here will already be familiar to you, because if you've done any LINQ already, then I'm sure you've already used several of these methods. But it's still worth your time checking the list for any you've not used before. For example, did you know about take while? Unlike take, which lets you take the first n elements from an innumerable sequence, take while will let you keep taking elements while a certain condition remains true. Now we're going to see loads of these methods in action as we progress through this course, so we won't spend any longer looking at this page. But the thing I want to emphasise here is that by knowing what's available, you'll be in a much stronger position to spot the places where LINQ can help you simplify your code. So let's move on and start to do that. We're going to look at a series of common code patterns and see if we can identify which LINQ method can help us to simplify that code.